Welcome everybody back again, if you can believe it. You're doing good. Just want to say that first and foremost. I was looking at the reporting today, checking out the results so far, and I got to tell you, you guys are starting to see the light. At least many of you are, because I can tell by your actions, by some of your posts, by your kind of engagement in the group. We're starting to see that things are happening. So we're going to get into video now. And I want to give you an overview first before we start talking into your content strategy. And I really want to talk about the whole thing holistically. So I want you to see it and hold that in your hand as we talk about video. So first and foremost, we have this growing digital community that I want you to really understand the power of, because it's going to be this longevity. I mean, you're building a foundation with it. So icing and recording your efforts so you have accountability. Growing that daily and weekly has massive long-term effect. You have to see it. So you just, that's going to be a core like understanding of that's the work. That is the work of getting the people that you want to influence into your ecosystem, where you have a chance to speak and be present and showcase what you do for a living to those people. So icing every day in a year from now, in 2 years from now, it's going to be a gigantic foundation for your business. So that's number one. Make sure you don't lose sight of that, of how important that is, because as you build that ecosystem over time, it's going to make a difference. Number two.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can, Karen. Hi. Now, is it okay if I mute you again? So the second thing is the authentically engaging with people thing, the building real relationship thing on social. Absolutely. Yeah. So ICE is identify, connect, and engage. So identify the people you want to connect with, whether it's your past customers, realtors, etc. Connecting with them, sending out friend requests, finding them on LinkedIn, finding them on Instagram, following them on those platforms. And then the E is engage, which means spend 10 to 15 minutes on the social platforms, telling people they're freaking awesome. That's it. As simple as I can make it. I see you, you're awesome. Authentically, with your own voice, engaging with what they're doing, be part of it. That foundationally is so crucial, because what we're going to get to as we get into video and other things is you're going to start asking people for stuff. Anybody ever asked for referrals before? We're going to start asking for stuff. If you don't have an audience, a community, no one can hear you ask. And if you're not actually talking to that group of people and engaging and giving comments, then they don't care about you, because you don't care about them. Very simple, but very important. The next piece on this, the realtor strategy piece, crucially important. Getting face-to-face every week, building those relationships physically and digitally. You're going to see them on the internet, of course, which is great. But I saw the stories so far of people coming out and experiencing how important it is to be belly to belly. These people don't have all the influence in the world, but they do have some. Some have greater levels of influence than others as realtor professionals. So you have to get out there face-to-face, make it mandatory for yourself, build it in. And now we're going to talk about campaigning. Okay. This is going to be our strategy. We might spend 2 weeks on this depending on how fast you get through this. But now we're going to talk about your message. So at first, we need to kind of differentiate between posting on the internet and campaigning for a result. They're two very different things. And I want you to use both of these things in your strategy, but I want you to recognize they're two different things. So for example, how many of you guys saw any of my bypassed videos? Any of them on any platform? Okay, great. Did I ask you to do anything in those videos? I didn't ask you for your email, sign up for my webinar, get a free ebook. I didn't ask for anything. I just gave information out that I thought would be entertaining and educational and helpful for loan officers. That's what I did. So what that style of posting is about is effectively brand building, meaning I'm bumping into you online, right? I'm not asking for anything. I'm not telling you anything, but I'm building reputational awareness of who I am with you in that space. And I'm doing it in my voice, the way I want to show up the way I want to show up, so that you get a chance to get to know and see what I think and what I hear and what I'm like, okay? The other type that we're going to talk about today is campaigning. Campaigning is showing up in social with a desired outcome in mind for yourself. Okay, this means you can track this stuff. You can say, did it accomplish the goal I set out for? Now, before we get into campaigning, I'm going to share my screen and we're going to do a little exercise to develop some topics. Okay? So this, and actually I want you in there with me to help me kind of clean this up as we go live, as we do this. I'm inside the tracking log. All of you guys have access to this document. So all of you are going to have access to everything we talk about today. And we're going to create some topics that are relevant for our videos. So this first column right here, we're going to start easy and light for first-time home buyers. Go ahead and use the chat feature, or you can unmute and bark it out. But I want you guys to tell me a 1-minute topic that a first-time home buyer really needs to understand before they
closing costs.
Yeah, great. So I'm going to put in closing costs. Perfect.
Do I have to put down 20%?
Down payment.
Down payment assistance.
FICO scores.
Credit.
Does pulling your credit destroy your scores? I get that all the time.
Pulling credit.
Do I pay the realtor?
Realtor pay.
Loan type.
Loan types.
Monthly payment.
Monthly payment. And I'll even put in here PITI, right?
How much could I afford?
How much can I afford? What else?
What is PMI?
PMI.
Arms versus fixed.
Great one.
Can I buy a second home or investment if I don't own my primary?
That's very topical for a first-time home buyer. Yeah.
Appraisal gap.
Like low appraisal or appraisal versus sales price.
What if the appraisal comes in low?
Why pre-approval up front?
I would say
Why get
pre-qual
pre-approval up front
versus pre-approval.
Oh, there you go. Yep.
Literally doing that video today because I ran into that this weekend.
What else? Gift funds. I'll help you out.
Gift funds. Yeah. What is an escrow account?
Are we headed for another bubble?
Property types.
Points and rates.
The state of the housing market.
Why are you collecting an entire year of insurance up front? I get that all the time.
Say it again, Karen.
Why do we collect an entire year of insurance up front if
prepaid
we're
escrow
also
account.
collecting escrows?
Yep. Another question is how much cash on hand needs to be available up front. So like upfront funds for earnest money and inspections.
Yeah.
Points and rates and how a lower rate may just cost you more.
Can I take a loan versus a gift for my down payment? Like a loan from my employer? Hell no.
And how long is the pre-qualification good for?
Yeah, that's common.
How to pick the right lender to work with.
Yep. How about how to kill a deal?
How to kill a deal. I love it.
Get a new
Do's
car.
and don'ts.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
Don't quit your job the day of closing.
Sounds stupid, but it's not. Did we get them all? I'm checking some of the things in the chat.
Mortgage misnomers.
Like mortgage, like acronyms and stuff.
I was just saying mortgage myths. Just
Yes.
Mortgage myths are good. Yeah.
Yeah, fact versus fiction.
Debt to income ratio.
PTI, baby.
H-1B visa.
Easy.
Does unemployment count as income?
Don't advertise that.
I can if it's seasonal.
How about the loan process once in escrow? Like what to expect, what's coming at you. How about documents we may need?
Disclosures, how those work.
So I'm going to get, there's going to be a topic over here. And we're going to call this the loan process topic.
Yeah.
And we'll get to that. There's a meaty thing there, right?
Yeah.
Team intro. Like if you got a team like your normal, like your assistant or somebody like that you send out like a team video introducing them.
Process.
Yep.
Or
But
sell by owner.
say again.
Or sell by owner. FSBO.
Yep. FSBO's great.
Buying a FSBO. Yeah. What to know? Buying a FSBO.
So in less than whatever time this was, we just came up with 36 things on one topic for first-time home buyers. So homework for you guys is going to be to access this sheet and fill in the rest of these by product, each of you. So just come in here and throw in 5 ideas, right? Now, let me give you some hints about, first of all, don't do it right this second. I'll be able to see you doing it. So don't do it right this second.
Yeah.
But here's some pro tips or facts about this. Okay. What's going to be the same for first-time home buyers or VA, or people getting a VA loan, or people getting a rental loan or an FHA or investment loan? What's going to be the same thing? They're all going to have to deal with closing costs, aren't they?
Yeah.
So you're going to notice that some of these things go across every single topic, maybe, but potentially slightly differently, right?
Yep.
That's okay. You want topics for each of these. So what I want you to do is come up with your list of document as many of these as you can. And I want you personally, not on this spreadsheet, but you personally to pick your favorite 10 out of every one of these topics. Okay, just your personal favorite 10, the ones that resonate with you. This is your homework, by the way, because you're gonna make videos on this shit. So yeah. So pick the 10 that you think move the needle, that your favorite to talk about, that you think people don't know enough about. For each of these topics. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 topics.
And then if it's one of the ones that hits all of the different campaigns, I guess we'll essentially reuse that same video for each campaign.
Yes, but you're not going to. You're going to make, if for example, you want to talk about closing costs.
Yeah.
You're going to make 5, well, you can make, refinance has closing costs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to make 6 closing cost videos by topic. Because here's the deal. Here's the deal, guys. You could make a general closing cost video that covers everything. But what we're going to be creating on this is not only a series of campaigns, but we're going to be creating playlists on YouTube.
Yeah.
And so if somebody is curious about a rental loan and you have a video about rental loan closing costs, very specific video, that's going to go right in that person's face versus a generic video that says mortgage closing costs.
Yeah.
So as a team, we all are going to fill this thing out with topics. Okay. Hopefully you guys by the end of the day, unless I know some of you guys are later in the day, but just come in here and add 5 in and that's your contribution. The team, once we have this stuff filled out, pick your favorite 10 across each of these topics, write them somewhere else. And that's your main homework for the week. All we are effectively doing is creating your content strategy and topics that you're going to be speaking about. We clear so far? Got the homework. Ashley and everyone will send this out. Now, your second homework on this is going to be to start filming. So I don't expect a tremendous I don't expect you to do every video this week. Next week, we're going to have another film week. So you'll be able to kind of get going there, but I want you to knock out what you can. Now, let me explain how we're going to film these. Let me just kind of give you the background so you understand and you're feeling comfortable. These are playlists on YouTube first and foremost. Okay. So it's okay to do the first-time homebuyer, the 10 first-time homebuyer videos in the same outfit. Totally okay. Don't need to do wardrobe changes. You can just film 10 in a row. Because imagine a customer who is a first-time homebuyer and you happen to come across them and you say, oh, Shane, you're a first-time homebuyer. Great. Hey, look, I got a link with the top 10 things a first-time homebuyer needs to know on my YouTube channel. Let me send it to you. And so if they're watching that back to back, it's totally acceptable if you're in the same place, same outfit, same clothes, explaining different topics. Okay. And I want to see how many you can get done this week. If you can do, and these are, okay, so let me go back and just frame up the videos. They're 1 minute long. They can go over 1 minute and they can be less than 1 minute, but they need to get all of the topics out. Okay, so here's what I mean by that. If you're going to talk about arms versus fixed, okay, I need you to be succinct enough to deliver the difference between those for somebody in less than a minute. You cannot make a 5-minute closing cost video. No, do not do it. 5 minutes is death. So for example, though, what could you give somebody in a minute that would equip them, arm them with enough information to follow up with you and now be dangerous, to know enough to actually come and get an appointment with you? So for example, for closing costs, you can say things like, do you know there are multiple companies involved in the closing cost, in the closing of your loan, and they have costs? It's not just the mortgage company. For a mortgage company, you might experience costs like this: underwriting fees, processing fees. For a title company, you're probably going to experience costs like this: et cetera, escrow state, et cetera. You're going to have an appraiser with their own fees. And you can do all that in a minute without saying to somebody, your closing costs are going to be $5,425. You can also be clear that closing costs could change based on if you're collecting impounds, et cetera. So 1 minute to make somebody dangerous, not 5 minutes to tell everybody every single possible thing that could happen in closing costs. We clear on that so far? So you know how to answer it. And by the way, if you're stuck, call me, grab some time on my calendar. You know, we'll brainstorm together. We'll get you queued up on this thing.
Alec,
yes.
Before COVID hit, I started doing some videos and I found those.
Okay.
So I look very different now than because my hair was super short, but just post those in my YouTube.
Okay. So and Jamie put this in the chat too. I'm going to show you how to post these the way that they should be posted.
Okay.
So when you're done, when you're done with them and you're ready to upload, we will have a session to personally to get you kind of uploaded. Okay. You don't need to upload them today, but I need you to start chunking through these 70 videos. Now that sounds a lot, and it is, except you have to remember, you know this stuff. You know this stuff. You answer questions for customers day in, day out on these exact topics. So just have some bullet points of what you're going to knock out and save the video. Now,
should each of the videos just have like at the end our card, you know, like, you know what I mean? That little image, and then just basically simple, not like an intro and an outro and all this, you know what I'm saying? Like it just simple 1 minute long.
Yes. So what we're doing on this one, my friends, is we're going to create the meat. Okay. So please put the bumper on the end. So you should all know how to do that through Canva, but don't worry about an intro. Don't worry about overlays. Don't worry about anything else. Just a simple intro is what we want. Hey, this is Jason with Loan Depot. Okay. Here to talk about closing costs for first-time home buyers. That's your intro. Hey, this is Jason with Loan Depot, here to talk about how much down payment you need if you're a first-time home buyer. Hey, it's Jason for Loan Depot. We're going to talk about what kind of credit score you need as a first-time home buyer to buy your first house. Okay? That's the intro. Put your bumper card in the end and start filming your favorite 10 of each of these topics. Now, what platform are we using for video? I don't care if you record it in Canva, because Canva has that record button. You can go right into Canva, hit the record button and drop your bumper on, or open up Zoom, record it to your desktop, take the image from desktop, drop it into Canva, add the bumper, or film it on Vidyard and then click the 3 buttons and download it to your desktop and drop it in Canva and add the bumper. But we're just gonna do 10 per topic.
Okay.
You're gonna have 2 weeks to get 70 done. So I recommend, picking a 30-minute window somewhere. Now these are gonna live for a long time. So you might professionally redo them later. Don't stress that. Don't think about it right now. We're not famous. No one's like gonna scrutinize every single video you put out. So and the more authentic and real you can be, the more people will like that and connect to you on that. But you're gonna pick 10 topics, quick intro, bumper, save. So questions so far? Let's unpack this for a minute.
Just going on YouTube under our playlist. Is that right for now? We're not sharing any of this on social or anything like that.
No, and I don't want you loading any up onto YouTube yet until you get at least one full playlist done, like all the first-time homebuyer ones done, and then I'll show you how to upload them.
Okay.
And then is the goal, once we have done that, we've uploaded as a playlist on YouTube, then we will drop it every couple days on Facebook, like boom, 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 like a campaign?
Yeah, so here's the goal in the future. So 2 things, by the way, before I forget. Do not delete these. Save these on your computer or in Dropbox or in Google Drive. Do not delete these videos. When we go to post them on Facebook, we're not going to be posting the link to the YouTube channel. Right. You're going to be uploading this video directly to Facebook. And we'll coach you through that. So for now, in the baby steps, we're just going to film, save it on our computer. And then when you have each of the playlists ready and done, Mikey and I will help you upload them to YouTube. So you have it built on the platform. They're stored there. They're ready there.
So Alec, is there a difference then between using, say, Canva or using Zoom to, you know what I mean, to make the video?
No. Canva will be faster for everybody because you're on the platform that can upload the bumper in 2 seconds.
Okay. So I'll just do that.
Once we make a
Struggling
YouTube
with
channel,
my Zoom. Trying to do the videos on Zoom, I've been struggling with that. So I just did the yearly thing for Canva, so I'm gonna just do
Canva's way easier.
Yeah, just do Canva, guys. So look, I'm gonna do a quick tutorial on this again. If you are doing Zoom, I'll help you too. I don't know why it didn't go to Canva. That was very weird.
I have a quick question. Once we set up a YouTube channel, can we change the name? Like we do one thing and then change. I'm trying to come up with a name. I want to somehow incorporate my last name into it, but I don't want it to attract people with bad credit either. Hope for a mortgage.
Hope for home buyers. Yeah.
We will talk about that.
First name
yes.
has negative connotations these days, unfortunately.
Yes, you can change the name. So look, everybody, you're going to come in here and click video. You're going to say YouTube video, create blank. You're going to go to uploads. You're going to have your card already here, right? Already uploaded and saved. You hit record yourself. Grant permissions. And obviously this won't work because I'm using the camera with you guys. But right now you'd see my face on the screen and I would hit record. And then I would drop in my bumper. And then I would download to my desktop. All right.
Oh, so after you made the video, download and save it on our desktop.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
Alec, do you want us to add like any background music or anything at all by way of like basic editing, or literally just raw video?
Okay, so this gets into letting your personality shine through. And what I want to avoid or encourage is, yes, if you want to put a little editing on this thing, have some fun. But if you get frozen and paralyzed when it comes to editing stuff and you don't make your videos, I'm gonna kick you in the teeth. So I don't care, and your customer doesn't care. Again, like this is, please hear me on this. Even if your video comes across as this kind of behind the scenes, no music, grassroots, hey everybody, this is Nathan and I want to talk about, that's fine. Like it's fine. Do not try to over edit this thing, but yes, you can add some music to those things and go from there. Now, I want to tell you where this is going so that you understand that we're talking about building some playlists on YouTube, but it's like, okay, but where's this going, Alec? You talked about campaigning. What does this mean? When your video series are done, so in 2 weeks from now, all the videos are made, each of you are gonna start campaigning, and you're gonna run effectively quarterly campaigns. Now, what campaigning looks like, let's say you've got your 10 videos for first-time home buyers. I'm gonna use this example, okay? We're all gonna craft this together, but your campaign could look like this. For the next 2 months, you're gonna post a video every 2 days on tips and tricks for first-time home buyers, with the desired outcome that at the end of 2 months, you're gonna have an in-person, all-you-can-drink brunch and learn for first-time home buyers, and you wanna get 7 families to show up. Make sense? So we're gonna take the video you've made, we're going to repurpose it. We're gonna have you film a little intro to it that says something like, hey everybody, it's Tim Kelly. I am doing a campaign this month. It could not be more excited. In the next 2 months, every week, you're gonna see 3 videos from me with tips and tricks for first-time home buyers, because I'm hosting an all-you-can-drink brunch and learn with my favorite realtor, Betty Sue, in 2 months at the this and such restaurant, and we have room for 7 families to join us. So look out for this series. Here's the first video on how much down payment you need. Clip, switch, and then it's Tim saying his 1-minute down payment video that he's already filmed. The next video that comes out, everybody, it's Tim Kelly. This is video 2 in my series. Remember, we have this all-you-can-drink brunch and learn coming up in 2 months with my realtor, Betty Sue, down here at the Brick restaurant. Today, here's a video about getting a gift fund. Flip. Your video is already done. There's your 1 video coming. And you're going to post these videos for every, 2 to 3 videos a week for every week through your campaign period. And at the end, what's Tim's goal? To get 7 people to the brunch and learn. How many did Tim get? 2. 1. He had to reschedule. 0. How many leads did Tim get? How many customers did Tim get? Now, all of a sudden, we have action we can define, and we can look at and judge and drive results from. Okay? And then another campaign could be, hey, it doesn't have to be an all-you-can-drink brunch and learn. It doesn't have to be in person. It could be, hey, I'm doing a VA campaign with the entire intent of talking to 5 veterans and getting them in their first home using their VA benefit. That could be your result. Doesn't need to be face-to-face. Doesn't need to be brunch learn with your favorite realtor. It could be, hey, I'm going to get 5. I want to inspire 5 veterans to call me this in the next 2 months and get pre-qualified to buy their first house. And then guess what? We can judge that. Did 5 veterans call you? How many veterans called you? More importantly than that, we can look back at the information and we could say, what videos got the most views and comments? Wow, the down payment assistance one really took off. That was big. The VA Reno one got a ton of people curious for more information. Maybe I should do a series on VA Renos next. And we'll learn and adapt and grow. But Guess what other things are happening while you're posting these campaigns? All your realtors that you've been connecting with are seeing it. And so what are they seeing? What are they getting? They're filming their narrative gap.
Yep.
They're learning how much you're hustling. They're seeing your effort. By the way, they don't know how many leads you're getting, how many customers you're influencing. What do you think they're thinking? I wonder if they have any for me. This is pretty crazy. I see Ryan out there doing all this. Is he drumming up business? Is this working? You're going to build brand on top of the campaigning. And it's going to matter. You're going to make an influence on these people. But we got to put the work in, get the foundation done, get the videos done. Then we're going to show you how to do all the other fancy stuff I'm talking about. I want you to see where this is going. This is going into a strategy that you run every quarter where you are looking to help and serve and influence the customers and people around you. Whether they're first-time home buyers, people getting a rental loan, people getting an FHA loan, a VA loan, people looking just to get a refinance, people looking to buy an investment loan, etc. Okay? Questions on where we're going? Concerns, feedback, thoughts? What do you got?
I'm afraid nobody's going to attend my lunch and learn
Yes.
at the end.
Yes. Yes. So
Yeah.
let's hit the main part of this dead in the face, okay? The main concern of any type of campaign is nobody's going to care. Fair?
Yeah.
Like, let's just call it like that's the main concern, right? No one's going to come to my birthday party. Okay, what you're missing is, okay, if nobody signs up, let's just talk about the in-person one, which is the most vulnerable, which is why I started with it. Let's say you get no signups, okay? Does anybody know if you did the first-time homebuyer meeting or not? Who actually knows if you hosted it or not?
It's actually worse if we have one person that shows up. If we have no people that show up, then yeah.
One. So if none show up, who knows if you did one or not? No one knows.
Just me.
Hey,
No one knows. So in the meantime, that nobody knew, what happened otherwise? All the branding we talked about happened. All the micro influencing happened, meaning somebody was like, I'm just not ready. I don't think I can buy a house yet, but I keep seeing Shane pop up every 2 days, encouraging me, telling me I could, but they just don't bite. They don't come. They're not ready. But you know what happened that whole time? They built tons of goodwill to Shane, tons of personal connection to Shane. And maybe they were too scared. And I'll tell you what's actually going to happen. And mark my freaking words, because I am Nostradamus right now. You know what's going to happen when you run your first campaign? And let's say you're trying to do an in-person one because you're just a stud and you're going for it. You know what's going to happen? Someone's going to send you a message and say, hey, I don't really want to come to this, but I really want some information about first-time home buying. That's what's going to happen.
So Alec, I had a loan officer who used to do this and his meetings were always full. Every client that said, I want to sign up, he'd say, that class is full, but I'll do a one-on-one with you. I'll squeeze you in. He never held a single class. Never once. He advertised on Facebook, Google, LinkedIn. He put flyers up at WeWork and Industrious and all these co-working places. He taught 0 classes, rented 0 space, bought 0 pizza, and had a flood of homebuyer one-on-ones. And every one of them felt special because they were converted to a one-on-one meeting from the group setting. It was pretty genius.
That is so good.
Did he leave the details of like the time and place off the flyer or something?
No, yeah. So he'd leave it off. He'd say, email me for the next reservation or next location. And then every single person that emailed, he would say, oh man, I'm totally booked out for months, but I'll squeeze you in
Damn, I'm
one-on-one.
gonna start doing that.
Yeah, it was pretty wild to watch.
So going back to my example, let's just say you're not going to do a first-time meet and greet. Let's say you want to inspire 5 families to get pre-qualified to buy their first house in 2022. That's a pretty kick-ass goal, isn't it? You want to inspire 5 families to get qualified to buy their first house in 2022. Now, does anybody know how many of the 5 you got? No, they have no idea. Unless you tell them, I've gotten 1 of 5. Okay? But if you're putting that out there and you're just sharing good messages with the hope and desire to actually make human change and human impact, no one's going to know. They're going to send you direct messages because they're going to ask questions. And even if you get nothing, freaking nothing, no messages, no comments, no likes, the worst thing ever, which you will not get because you're out there engaging with other people's shit all day long. So they don't leave you hanging. You're not gonna be left hanging. There's a very specific way we've created this. You're already contributing to other people. They're not gonna leave you hanging. But even if you did get fully left out to dry and you're sitting with me at the end of this and you go, Alec, nothing happened. I'm gonna call bullshit and we're gonna go look at all the views you got. And I'm telling you right now, you're gonna have hundreds of views on these videos, hundreds of impressions to people you wanna influence, the realtors you're going out and seeing on Sundays, the past customers you did loans for before. You are marketing to these people just like the stupid Geico commercial. You are showing them all you're here to play, that you're here to serve them, that you're not dead, that you're a great mortgage professional, that you care about the people you care about. And I'm telling you, that stuff builds insane momentum in your business. Insane. But it's not even gonna happen. You're not gonna have zero results. You're gonna get results. You're gonna start winning. And you combine that with the face-to-face realtor visits, the desire to bring people face-to-face, maybe you do a lunch and learn, and you're gonna all of a sudden realize that your business is gonna start picking up some momentum. We're gonna have to deal with that momentum later on in the program because it's gonna happen. But today, you're gonna start making some videos. You're just gonna put a little foundational work in. We're not going off the cliff yet, and it's time to burn the boats and just go in. You're just gonna start filming a couple videos.
Alec.
Yeah.
If we have a green screen, do you recommend using that or just
if you like it? If you like it and it makes you happy, then do it.
And it's Canva's easy to use that with?
I don't know.
Okay.
Hey, Alec, where did you get that? I went to your gear list again. Where'd you get that light, the background lights you were talking about on the list?
Amazon, the little LED background lights.
Yeah, do you have the link to that? I went back to the gear list link and it just pulled up a picture on your website. It doesn't let us see the list anymore.
Well, Mikey just got fired. That's really awkward. How dare you?
He's gone. Unbelievable.
One mistake.
Good for. Jeez.
He'll put some links in. But okay, I'm going to spend a little bit of time. We got it on some video tips for you guys, just to make sure you're all refreshed on me. Okay. Number one, hopefully you've invested in a decent camera. A lot of you guys look really good. So you're there, or you're going to use your iPhone, which is great. iPhones are freaking fantastic. I saw a loan officer that had filmed it in cinematic mode, which means you can't see yourself. So that's kind of awkward because you have the camera there, but it looks amazing. It looks just as good as any $700 lens I've ever seen. So camera angle at your eye line or a little bit higher. Okay. Buy a $15 tripod, stick it on your desk. I don't want you holding the camera. This is not a selfie. Buy a $15 tripod on Amazon. It'll come tomorrow. Put it on your desk, eye level or higher. And you're going to film these horizontally because we're going on YouTube. So horizontally, okay, not vertically, horizontally for YouTube. You need to have light in your face. Don't care how you put it there, light in your face. And then I want you to be thoughtful of your background. Now, sorry, androids. I would tell you that I prefer standing in my videos, but that's a personal preference because I get my energy up. Videos tend to be very low energy because there's no one you're talking to, a wall. And so we tend to not have energy. I don't mean you need to be TikTok dancing. I just mean you need to have energy. So for me, standing up matters. So pick your, so understand what's behind you. What is the image it's saying to the people that are looking at this video? And is the camera and the lights enough on your face? Make sense?
Yep.
Hey, Alec.
Yeah.
Do you have, like I've been taking my camera and my lighting and my microphone from home to the office and then bringing it back home. Do you have two separate setups?
I do, because I'm a psycho. But most I don't expect people to. You should have like, a place you enjoy filming, and that's kind of maybe your film spot.
Okay.
And again, these can all look the same. Each of the playlists can look, now every playlist shouldn't look the same. Okay. So you should have, your first time home buyer thing can be in one outfit, but then your VA one should probably be in a different outfit.
Yeah.
But I'm not even going to judge you that hard right now. For a lot of us, this is the first time ever doing these. Has anyone ever done a series like this before?
No.
This is first time for everybody doing a series of videos on a topic. Perfect.
Yeah, for sure.
Alec, the microphone that you're using now, you don't have to have that board that you have there on the background for it. You can just plug it in, because I have the blue one, but I actually want to get you one from the office and this one from home.
Can you hold up the one you have?
The Yeti.
Yep, that's perfect. You just plug that baby in.
Yep.
So that's my question too. Like I have my Yeti and then I have my webcam. It's just easier. And the sound is so much better when I do it on my computer than it is when I do it on my phone, because I've tried both.
I know that. That's why on the phone, I always tell people to wear AirPods.
Oh, I do have AirPods. Okay.
Because on the phone is 4 feet away from you. Whereas right now, my microphone is in my mouth. And it just sounds better when it's really close. So I definitely, encourage you to film on the computer if you have a full setup.
Is there a way to film without having a glare on your glasses? Because sometimes when I'm wearing my reading glasses, I have a glare. Do I have to buy anti-glare glasses? Do you have a trick to that?
Mikey, what were you going to say?
Take them off. Just take them off. There's no trick with glasses. They reflect too much light.
But isn't if light is coming this way, it might not, if it's straight on, I know it's going to glare, but if it's this way, does it do the same thing?
Then you then you have to get very technical with where the lights are. Then you're buying too many peripherals.
No, you need those light boxes, Tammy, and it's like, just take them off. I've tried because I prefer to be able to see, but
Basic.
But I'll also add this line, Tammy, just so we're all in the nest. No one fucking cares.
Yep.
If there's glare in your glasses, like they don't care. We care, but I don't know if they're gonna care. So just throwing it out there.
Okay, maybe it's just me that, because I'll look, I'll be like, oh, see, and should I redo the whole video now because my glass? And then I notice sometimes my hair is straight and sometimes my hair is curly, but no one probably knows.
See, we're all gonna do that, but we need to not do that. We need to just get it done.
That's why you have a deadline. We have 2 weeks to do your videos. So I would recommend, seriously. Okay. For those of you because you've never done these before, here's my recommendation so you can have success in this. Find 45 minutes plus to an hour. And if you're working hard and this has to be the weekend, fine. I don't care. You have to get it done. Where you can film an entire 10 videos. Okay? Because you got to get in the groove.
Yeah.
Now, you can also burn out. So after 30 minutes, if you can't speak anymore, you're done. Don't keep going. Like, trust me, it's not worth it. You got tired. You're going to get tired. You haven't done this before. There's musculature so it's going to be tiring. You're going to get emotionally kind of over it. Then be over it. Go for a walk, pet your dog, drink some tequila, come back later. Okay.
Wait, logistically, we're just shooting a minute long, save it, boom, do another minute, boom, boom, boom. Or is it sometimes easier to just have the thing going? Now, I guess we just do each individual one, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yes. You film each individual. And so to remind you, okay, this is not a big, long drawn out intro. You don't even, I know this is going to sound weird, but you don't even have to say your name.
Right.
Okay. Because guys, they're looking at your face on your YouTube channel or like they know they're at Stacy's channel.
Yeah.
It's better if you don't introduce
It's actually redundant for us to say our name. Yeah, exactly.
Yes. So the simple way to start every single one is, today we're talking about closing costs for first-time homebuyers, or in this video, I'm addressing how much down payment you need as a first-time homebuyer to buy your first home. Or let's talk about down payment assistance and being a first-time homebuyer. Okay, just go right into the meat. Please remember, if somebody's watching this video, they want the information. They don't want your name. They don't want your background. They don't want who you are. They came to watch about closing costs for first-time home buyers. So give it to them. Right? Does that resonate? You get it?
Yep.
Yep. All right. Everyone understand what they need to do? We got 13 minutes left, 12 minutes left. So I'm going to close the call early. I want you to, but in those 12 minutes, I want you to jump into the campaign ideas link. I'm going to post it in the chat for everyone again, right there. Jump in there and add your contribution to these topics. Fill up each bucket. Get VA buffed out, FHA, Reno, investment. Just add in topics. Select your 10 favorite and see how many you can knock out this week. While going to open houses this week, don't not go. Got to go out to open houses, icing every day. I told you that this would get into kind of a thing, right? Like this, we're adding to your day. Don't stop doing the other stuff we're supposed to be doing. The tracking, the work. Make sense?
Yes, Alec, I have a question.
Fire away.
So I posted an interactive, like a question on Friday, which I was super happy I did that, and I got some interaction. So now what's the next thing I did? Like it was something very simple, just do you put the silverware in the dishwasher up or down, right? And I got like 53 comments. It was quite comical to say the least, and people commented that I hadn't heard from in a long time. So just continue with little things like that for the personal piece of it. Maybe not necessarily that, but you know what I mean?
Yeah. Let me address the posting with personal touches, personality stuff, etc. I have not put anybody on the spot or, in terms of, hey, everybody, you need to start posting personal things on social media, because I don't think you need to be successful in this. So I don't want anyone to take this and go like, well, I need to post pictures of my dog now. No, or of my food I ate this morning. Like you do not, and you should not. You should do things that you think bring life to you and are fun and silly and engaging. So for Mary D, when she posted about, do you put the silverware up or down in the dishwasher? And a bunch of people jumped in, were having fun. That's freaking humans having fun. That's good. I like that. That wasn't forced. I didn't make Mary D post a personal post about dishwashers. So I want you to have your same frame up on your stuff personally. The personal stuff creates human connection. So for example, any of you guys have sports teams you follow like religiously? Sports teams, high schools, colleges?
Yes.
You're like maniacs about, right?
U of A, bear down.
That's right. So if you post about that because there's a game coming up or something else, that's awesome because it's something you actually care about. If you like Marvel movies and there's a new one coming out and you're stoked about it and you talk about it, great. If you are a dog person or a cat person and you post your animal because you love it and it's fun, love it. But do not think you need to go post pictures of being personal. But the more stuff you share about a great bottle of wine you just had, the more people go, oh, that's a whiny person too. They like wine. I do too. Maybe we should share our favorite recipes or our wineries.
There's also like everyday national whatever day. Like the other day, it was National Love Your Pet Day. So I posted pictures of my dogs and said, let me see your pictures of your fur babies. And a bunch of people posted pictures. So you can query like whatever the national day is of the day, if it's something that works.
So good. Absolutely. But let's not get too crazy for now. Let's just get our videos done, get our topics done. Any other questions?
I just had a comment.
Do we have a Monday coming up where we're not having a call? I feel like I did read something, but I'm forgetting.
Yes. Ashley got fired and rehired because of this, so it's fine. Okay, next Monday, I'm going to be speaking at Renee Rodriguez's thing in Vegas that I invited you all to, but not all of you decided to come.
I'm going.
Okay,
wait, that's next week?
That's Monday.
I thought it was like a week ago or 2 weeks ago.
That was the other thing. That was Chris Medine's thing, right?
Oh, that was the thing that I thought I didn't know about this thing next week. Sorry.
Yes. So I am speaking Monday, and therefore our call will be Tuesday. So and that was the
Vegas?
one day we changed it. The only day.
I don't recall an invite.
God, Ashley.
I totally would have gone.
I did send on the.
Is anyone else going
not
besides
getting
Alec
fired.
and myself?
Yes,
Vegas?
I'm going.
I mean, it's in
Going.
Vegas.
Going.
Marty,
Yeah,
Marty's
sorry.
going.
Very
Anyone
deep.
else?
Yep.
Ashley, how many more tickets do we have?
I think you have maybe 5 left.
Okay.
Braden, you better get there, dude.
If anybody wants to go, I got 5 more tickets left to let people in for free. I love Rene Rodriguez. I feel like he does a really great job. And in terms of making videos and speaking and doing all those fun things, I think he has good insight. So if you'd like to go, or if you have someone in your team that you'd like to go, I got 5 more spots for people.
First come, first serve.
How do we get the tickets? Are you emailing them to us or?
No, it looks like that you're just going to have access when you walk in there.
Okay.
So they're not sending anything out because Stacy emails me every minute asking if I have them yet. I never have them. And so I think they're just going to be there when we show up, which would be
So
really
the
awkward
event
if we all show up and doesn't let any of us in. But
The event is next Monday. Is that right?
14th at Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's a little far for me this time of day. It's
No,
time
of course. I'm not. This is not. Look, it's just I got a bunch of tickets, so I was like, yes, absolutely, Renee.
I'd love to go. If you were in New York, I would be there in a minute.
Absolutely.
So question not off that topic, but so in Facebook and LinkedIn, I'm a little bit more familiar with reaching out and requesting and stuff like that. With Instagram, you just follow people, and then is that how it works? Or you don't have to send an invite, or
You
what?
just follow people, and that means you see their stuff and you can comment on it. Now, that doesn't mean they follow you back, and doesn't mean they're going to see your stuff.
Oh, okay.
But it's a great way to do the engagement part because you don't need them to follow you back, and you can just comment on their stuff.
Oh, but if it's private, if I follow, it just says requested.
Then they have to let you.
Gotcha.
Now, if there's a realtor that's private, they're an idiot. But you most likely would find past customers.
Alec, the top agent I work with at Redfin, doesn't use her Facebook and has a private Instagram page.
Yep.
She does a ton of business, and it's all buy side, but yeah.
No, that man wrong.
So on these 1-minute videos, you're going to want these to go for YouTube?
We're going to use them on YouTube, and we're going to use them as part of your campaigns later. Yes, both.
Okay. What if we filmed them for TikTok too? Would you have a problem if we filmed them on TikTok for Braden?
Oh, live your best life.
Great. Thanks. That's what I like to hear. Appreciate it.
As long as some of them are in Spanish, or I'm going to punch him in the kidney.
Did you not see his last one or his one on TikTok that I shared on Reels?
Was that the
Just
one
tell
where he walked in on himself in bed?
Yeah.